Hey all, Dr. Bill Diamond here, Team Doctor. I want to share the first of a two-part series on managing workplace stress, something we see a lot in executive coaching. Whether you're the manager or the star employee, I'm going to share three different tactics from three different case studies. See if you see yourself in them. We'll talk about internal factors next time. This will be focused on external work factors and how to negotiate and lower your stress in those. So the first person we'll call Lenora. Lenora is somebody that has been tasked with a big project for a vendor or another department. We see Lenoras all the time. I'm thinking about people that I've worked with like this. And she meets and has a big meeting and writes out everything. Everybody's clear on what to do. But the understanding is that she will not be able to start this project until she finishes two others. So it'll be next month. Next month rolls around, the anxiety starts to come up. She's got a lot of other things in the works, and she has the presence of mind to have another quick touch base meeting, make sure nothing's changed, and to really focus in on what exactly are the deliverables. So the lack of clarity, even when all things are equal, has been associated with high levels of stress. And the work that I did in burnout, if you cannot lower what's coming at you, the number of projects, you can almost always have some relief by tuning up that clarity. That could be looking over your work schedule. That could be meeting like Lenora did with people that she's going to be delivering for and making sure everybody's crystal clear because it's been a while. Now that she's going to start, that can really help lower her stress. The next scenario we'll call Mario. Mario's boss is not really listening to what he needs for his own stress management. We've talked a lot about this. We find that Mario's made a critical tactical mistake, and that is Mario has never found out how his boss is evaluated, what's important to her. And so by finding this out in the next meeting, he's more able to speak in terms of how what he wants can help his boss get what she wants. And he begins to align with her three main ways of being evaluated and speak in terms of helping her get to where she needs to be and to deliver what she has to. She's got a lot on her plate. They begin to find some things that work together. And surprise, surprise, his boss starts to really listen to his suggestions. The final one we'll call Tina. Now, Tina is somebody that is really struggling with the sheer volume of work that was just given her at the beginning of the month. Everything's due by the end of the month. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. The boss kind of pats her on the head and says, you can do it, you can do it. But you know what? Tina knows she's overwhelmed. So she brings in her projects and gets her boss, gets him to look at what it will take to do each of these projects time-wise. And as is commonly the case, her boss will say, well, you don't need to spend that much time on this one. You could do it in less time, or you don't need to do this or that. So she agrees with her boss's reduced assessment of what things will take. But then it becomes apparent even to both of them, even with the reduced amount of work, it's just going to be impossible for her to do that. So she's set that boundary, she's set that expectation, she's talked in terms of what do we need to do, and it's decided that she's going to now be assigned an assistant to take care of some of the detail work that will enable her to get things done by doing only what she can do. They also discover, similar to Lenora, that there's some things that she lacked clarity in, some things that she thought she needed to do that she didn't, a level of depth and deliverable that she thought she had to provide that wasn't necessary. So this clarity increase and this looking at the sheer scope and the hours and talking about what that meant helped her to begin to set some boundaries. We find that some managers don't understand what's really involved, or worse, they don't really care. And by doing this, she begins to set some good boundaries and begins to talk in terms about how she can actually deliver what she has been assigned to do. Well, those are some ways we can reduce workplace stress by looking at overload and looking at clarity. Next time, we'll talk about some things that we bring to the table that make our own stress level hard to handle from an internal point of view. This is Dr. Bill Diamond, Team Doctor. Thanks for watching.